So just to clarify, I don't have concerns around the segregation of duties and all of that. I think the 3 lines of defense model, as Hoff mentioned, we could be here 2 hours talking about it. There's many things wrong with it, right? Particularly not with the model itself, particularly, but on how people, what it came to mean in organizations, right? We'll not have time to go into that today. But generally, I think it will come down to an issue of management styles, right? So I think I see 2 problems here. One of them is the path dependency within the organizations of how they think about security to begin with, right? So, for instance, going to Hoff's example, if you're coming from a board, an executive team that comes from a highly regulated industry, or their background is in highly regulated industries, just the idea is going to be foreign, right? There's a path dependence that is probably going to make that not to be a possibility at all, right? Now, in companies that would consider that to be a possibility, I think the next thing that we go down to is around the management style, right? Because the archetype of the security leader under 3 lines of defense model, right? I'm talking archetypes here, right? So I'm probably going to exaggerate a bit onto one side. It's kind of that person that wants to have that control, right, over something that they don't necessarily understand, but they know that they've got all of these boxes that need to be ticked, and people aren't ticking those boxes. And when that's not happening, then we need to go through these risk acceptance and all of those types of organizational processes to get people made accountable for the decisions they're making, right? So when you've got that type of archetype, I don't think that type of archetype on what good looks like would make for a good CTO.
Yeah,
right.
I agree.
I think a CISO could potentially kind of get away with that type of approach, depending on the company, on the organization. A CTO would not get away with, I think, generally speaking, with that type of approach. So if I was to kind of suggest one way to kind of go through that, would be first looking at management style. If you've got a management style where you're actually eliciting information from a few teams, you know that they're experts at what they do, and you know there are some decisions that it's not you who should be making them, then you're probably going to be fine.